10. Krampus. When his dysfunctional family clashes over the holidays, young Max still believes in Santa Claus and even writes him a letter, though very soon gets disillusioned and turns his back on Christmas as his cousins humiliate him in front of everybody. Meanwhile, this lack of festive spirit unleashes the wrath of Krampus, a demonic force of ancient evil intent on punishing non-believers. All hell breaks loose as beloved holiday icons take on a monstrous life of their own, laying siege to the fractured family's home and forcing them to fight for one another if they hope to survive. Is it just a bad dream, or the family now held prisoner for all eternity by the evil Krampus? Number 9. The Santa Claus. Scott Calvin is disgusted to learn that his ex-wife Laura and her husband Neil have tried and failed to break it easy to their 6-year-old son Charlie that Santa Claus isn't real. On Christmas Eve, Scott reads The Night Before Christmas and then receives an unexpected visitor on his roof. When Santa is getting scared by Scott's calling out, he falls off and disappears, leaving only an 8-reindeer sleigh and a costume with instructions to put it on if he is involved in an accident. Scott does so and is transported around the town, dropping gifts through the chimneys until he is taken to the North Pole and informed by a group who claims they are elves that he is now Santa. Charlie is proud of Scott's new job, though he is convinced it was a dream. Then his hair turns white, his beard refuses to stay shaved, he gains weight inexplicably, and he has a sudden love of junk food. Now he has accepted it. There's just one problem: how to keep it a secret from his disbelieving family. Number 8. Deck the Halls. Optometrist Steve Finch loves those Christmas traditions he has set up with his family and his town. As such, he has a schedule of activities for them starting on December the 1st and is the unofficial consultant for anything Christmas related in his town of Cloverdale, Massachusetts. During the Christmas season, the Halls move into the house across the street from the Finches. As a result, this holiday comedy centers around two neighbors who go to war when one of them decides to decorate his house with so many Christmas lights that it is visible from the space. As Steve and Buddy's open animosity grows, they may threaten the joy of Christmas for all, most specifically their families, who have their own ideas of what they would like to do over the Christmas period. The neighborhood is turned upside down as the families try to discover the true meaning of Christmas. Will they discover the true spirit of it in the end? Number 7. Gremlins. In search of the perfect Christmas present for Billy, his teenage son, Randall Peltzer comes up with a Mogwai. But this overwise, sweet and furry pet companion comes with a warning. Should its unwise owner break the 3 fundamental guidelines of owning such a unique creature, all hell will break loose. Of course, Billy disregards the strict rules, and as the once adorable animal spawns terrifying minuscule critters, the suburban haven of Kingston Falls is under siege. Now there is no turning back, and destruction is at hand. Is there an escape from this endless Yuletide nightmare and the horrible menace of the gremlins? Number 6. The Holiday. Iris is in love with a man who is about to marry another woman. Across the globe, Amanda realizes the man she lives with has been unfaithful. 2 women who have never met and live 6,000 miles apart find themselves in the exact same place. They meet online at a home exchange website and impulsively switch homes for the holiday. Iris moves into Amanda's Los Angeles house in sunny California as Amanda arrives in the snow-covered English countryside. Shortly after arriving at their destinations, both women find the last thing either wants or expects: a new romance. Amanda is charmed by Iris' handsome brother Graham, and Iris, with inspiration provided by legendary screenwriter Arthur, mends her heart when she meets film composer Miles. Will the distance break their heart, or will it unite them forever? Number 5. Fred Claus. The story begins in a magical village many years ago, when a new baby was born. Always living in the shadow of his younger and utterly popular brother, Nicholas, or the one and only Santa Claus. The polar opposite of his holy sibling Fred Claus now faces an unforeseen predicament that drags him all the way up to the frozen North Pole to beg for Santa's help. However, there's a catch. To get off the hook, Fred must work his fingers to the bone along with the jolly elves during the hectic pre-Christmas Eve period against the backdrop of a thorough and merciless efficiency inspection. Can the wayward brother Fred save himself and above all Christmas? Number 4. Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. Somehow this movie still feels the most magical among all the rest of its parts. This is the tale of Harry Potter, an ordinary 11-year-old boy serving as a sort of slave for his aunt and uncle, who learns that he is actually a wizard and has been invited to attend the Hogwarts School for Witchcraft and Wizardry. Harry is snatched away from his mundane existence by Rubeus Hagrid, the groundkeeper for Hogwarts, and quickly thrown into a world completely foreign to both him and the viewer. Famous for an incident that happened at his birth, Harry makes friends easily at his new school. While attending all the magical lessons and enjoying new things, he soon finds out, however, that the wizarding world is far more dangerous for him than he would have imagined. He quickly learns that not all the wizards are the ones to be trusted. Will he save the wizarding world from the evil again? Number 3. Home Alone. My favorite part is still the first one. It is Christmas time and the McAllister family is preparing for a vacation in Paris, France. But the youngest in the family, Kevin, got into a scuffle with his older brother Buzz and was sent to his room, which is on the 3rd floor of his house. Then, the next morning, while the rest of the family was in a rush to make it to the airport on time, they completely forgot about Kevin, who now has the house all to himself. Being home alone was fun for Kevin, having a pizza all to himself, jumping on his parents' bed and making a mess. Then Kevin discovers about 2 thieves, Harry and Marv, who are about to rob his house on Christmas Eve. Kevin acts quickly by wiring his own house with makeshift booby traps to stop the thieves and to bring them to justice. Will Harry and Marv survive the night? And will Kevin meet his family again? Number 2. A Christmas Carol. During the Victorian era, stingy and cranky Ebenezer Scrooge, who hates Christmas, loses his partner Marley on Christmas Eve. For 7 years he runs his business exploiting his employee Bob Cratchit and spends a bitter treatment to his family. However, that particular Christmas Eve he is visited by the doomed ghost of Marley, who reveals that 3 spirits will visit him that night. The first one, the spirit of past Christmas, recalls his miserable youth. The spirit of the present Christmas shows him the poor situation of Bob's family. And the spirit of future Christmas shows his fate. The question is, can or is he willing to change? Number 1. How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Rejected by the Who's as a child for being different and living in spiteful seclusion for most of his life, the Grinch has always hated the citizens of Whoville. That especially goes for Christmas, with the Who's noise, phony sentiment and wasteful materialism. However, he meets a little girl, Cindy Lou Who. She believes that there is good in the Grinch, and at the same time Cindy realizes that Christmas is about being with loved ones and it shouldn't be about materialism. She invites Grinch into town, but it ends up with his public humiliation. It made Grinch really angry. Now the Grinch devises a plot to ruin Christmas by dressing up as a Santa in retaliation for being ridiculed and for the citizens' endless greed for gifts. Will the Grinch be ever welcome to Whoville again,